Okay, so I had to be at work super early today, so I went ahead and decided to go ahead and film a video about how I use the Plum paper planner for pre-K. I teach pre-K 3 and my student population is ESL, SPED, and low SES, so I kind of run the gamut of the types of kids that I have in my class. I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the later part. Whoops, some names there. Don't read those. Okay. So the month at a glance page, I use just like as a month at a glance. I put down any ARDs I have, meetings I have coming up, student birthdays, any kind of special activities that are going on, so I can remember to send reminders to parents. Plum paper lets you customize over here, and I got this customized as for like how my day goes, and pretty quickly I realized I didn't like that very much, but I didn't know how else I would want it to be, so I just kept using it this way. I did my first circle time. Sometimes I plan my centers, sometimes I don't. I know that's not good, but my second circle time, any meetings I have for the week, and IEPs. I don't use the IEP section very much. I mean, I work with my IEP kids every day. I don't find that I need to plan it out because I have to work with them every day. So I stopped writing it in there. Usually I'll use this section if I have, if I need to, like if I have an ARD coming up and I need to do updates, I'll put in here, make sure you do updates for blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, that's that. And I just plan like these for centers. I have special art projects that I wanted to do during this week. That was spring break. This week was just a bad week. I use the notes page to remind myself of things that I need to talk to the principal about. Like we went on a pond walk to a pond that's across the street, so these are more like for our grade level meetings, like notes for that. What else? Now I switched to, I wanted to try out a new way to do my customization, which I like better, and my new planner is this way. I put the thematic unit, social and emotional, which is one of the subjects we teach. We do one social and emotional lesson a week. We do 2 reading lessons, 1 writing lesson, 1 math lesson, and then I have the centers down here if I want to plan out anything special for my centers. I like this better, and this is how my new planner is. But we do our lesson plans. We use It's Learning for our lesson plans. So our lesson plans are actually all online, but I like just planning them out here because it gives me a better idea of how my week will flow. I'm sorry, it's very early and I can't talk. Then looking at it doing it all on the computer. So I don't really feel like I'm doing the work twice because I'm not writing out my whole lesson plan in this planner. I'm just kind of I'm making notes and planning out kind of what I want to do, and it works really well for me. And so, yep, this is our week this week, doing zoo animals. But that is about it. If oh, well, no, that's not it. Back here, well, don't look at that stuff. The student contacts, and I honestly, at the beginning of the year, I started to use it, but we have all of the contact information on the computer, so it felt redundant to me to use that part. So I honestly don't use that part. The year at a glance, I didn't use it this year, but next year I'm going to write out in advance all the different themes, because I would always forget and I would have to look up when a theme is coming up. Oh, my district passwords, don't look at those. Sorry. You can do professional development, which again, all this is saved online, so I don't use that part. I don't do a behavior log. I don't really need to. This is all my kids' birthdays. Now the checklist section, and I'm gonna have to make sure I don't have names. Should have done this before. Okay, my my checklist sections I use for IEP documentation, and this is actually old. This was from the very beginning of the year. We've already had his annual art and he has new ones. But this is how I like to use the checklist portion for IEP documentation to keep track of, you know, when the last time I worked with them and collected data. I don't collect data every time I work with them. I collect data on each student maybe once or twice a week. So, because I don't know, I just don't feel I need to collect data every time. I also use this, so I have tabs. Oops. I have tabs out here on the side. For each student, I gave them their own section in the checklist section. And I have students that have behaviors that I'm tracking. I use that. The notes section I use for my CLT meetings or any excuse me, any other kind of meetings I go to. So yeah, that is about it. If you have any other questions, if I didn't explain something correctly, please just let me know. Like I said, I'm not a professional videoer on YouTube, so so this video might suck. So I apologize for that. Okay, thanks. Bye.